guys, welcome to another recording of our Sunday afternoon Hatha class. This class is focusing on back bends. As with all our Sunday afternoon classes, there's loads of options whether you're completely new to yoga or a yogi expert. So just go with care. The purpose of the practice today is all about honouring your body. So our back bending movements are almost like little bows up and down to ourselves, to our practice. So really listen to that lower back, make sure it's nice and safe. You'll get lots of prompts throughout the class. You might need a strap if you're taking some of the advanced options. But other than that, just enjoy. Leave a comment if you want to join in the live classes rather than the recordings. Check out the Patreon link in the description of this video. Always feel free to subscribe so you get a little notification every time I upload a new recording. Cheers! We're actually going to begin our practice today from a standing position. So when you're ready, you come to the top of your mat and take feet hip width apart, shoulders back and down away from the ears, nice soft bend in the knees. Feel equal weight through all four corners of your feet. And we're going to go whole hog with the yoga today and start with 3 chants of the mantra VAM, which is the mantra related to the sacral chakra, Savistana. So, let the eyes gently close. Inhale deeply. And exhale, VAM, VAM. Inhale again. Exhale, VAM. Last one. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, VAM. Keep the eyes closed. We'll move into our pranayama, our breathing practice. We're going to do same and equal breath. So place right hand on the belly, left hand at heart center. And before we begin our same and equal breath, we're going to engage our Ujjayi breathing, our victory breath. So this is when we narrow very slightly the back of the throat. We allow the lips to gently close if it's possible for us to breathe entirely through our nose. And we start to hear the quality of our breath. This Ujjayi breathing is sometimes known as ocean breath because the inhale and the exhale will sound like the waves of the ocean. So it's like you're fogging up a mirror through your nose. All together now, we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Continue like this in your own time, keeping inhalation and exhalation the same length, the same count, with a gentle pause between each inhalation and each exhalation. Maybe that count will increase as your Ujjayi breath begins to deepen and lengthen. Notice the feeling of the belly, the rib cage and the chest expanding as you fill up with oxygen. Notice it soften, the chest relaxes, the torso contracts as you empty out the stale air. Continue a few more rounds of the same and equal breath with your Ujjayi breathing activated. Take the hands down by the side of the body on your next exhalation. Blink the eyes open. We're going to take our hands to the back of our head. Inhale and expand the chest. Exhale and curl the body. Take the chin to the chest, nose points to the navel. Inhale, take the elbows out wide, expand. Exhale, curl the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, open up the chest. You can even look up for a little back bend. Exhale, curl. Elbows come towards each other. Inhale, come up to standing, look all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, curl, round the spine under. Inhale, come up. Take the hands down to the shoulders. So right hand comes on right shoulder, left hand comes on left shoulder. Inhale, broaden those arms out to the side. Exhale, draw a circle as you bring the elbows in together again, curling the spine under. Inhale, open up, drawing that big circle with the elbows. Exhale, curl the spine under, elbows touch, draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, elbows out to the side, little back bend, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, curl. Finish that big circle off. Inhale, back to standing. Now, to confuse yourself, you're going to continue that, but we're going to change the direction of the circle. So if you were going clockwise with your right elbow, we're going to go anti-clockwise. So inhale, nice big deep breath. Exhale, curl the spine, bring the elbows together. Inhale, coming all the way up. Take that little flex in the lower spine. Exhale, curl forward, draw the belly in. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, elbows touch. One more time. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, elbows touch, curl the spine. And inhale, all the way up to standing. Release the hands down by the sides of the body. You're going to take your hands to your hips. And take the right leg and step it over left. Just bring the ball of the foot down to the mat, close to the left foot. Inhale, left arm up into the sky. And exhale it down, place it on right hip. You can gaze over right shoulder for a standing twisted mountain pose, twisted Tadasana. Inhale, draw through the crown, lengthen the spine up, and exhale, soften and hollow the belly. Bend Chin twisting right from the base of the spine. Inhale back to centre. Exhale, cross the other foot over the leg. Reach opposite hand up into the sky. So right arm reaches up this time. And exhale, place it on left thigh. Grow tall through the spine. Exhale, turn and gaze over left shoulder. Really feel the stretch throughout the diagonal of the body. So it's going to come all the way from right hip through to left shoulder. Inhale back to centre. We're going to take some half sun salutations here. So inhale, reach the hands up overhead, palms touch, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips, soft bend in the knee. Hands come to shins or ankles. Inhale, come to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, come up to standing, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale one more time, reach the hands up, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. Take those hands to the shins or the ankles, maybe the ground. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, circling up, palms touch, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, really reach through the hands, through the shoulders. Exhale, folding forward. Take those hands to wherever they reach. Inhale, use those arms, lengthen them out for that half lift. And fold all the way down. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll move into a nice, slow, full sun salutation. So we'll be getting a little bit warm in the studio here. So, from where you're standing, inhale, reach the hands up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to that little half lift. Exhale, fold again, step or jump back to your high plank. Inhale here in high plank, just feel the abdomen, feel the arms working. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Point the toes, release soles of the foot to the mat. And inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest a tiny little bit off of the mat. Exhale, float the hands, hover them off of the ground. Inhale here and just look up. And exhale, release the head, release the chin, release the hands. Inhale, tuck the toes and push up into your high plank. You can keep the knees on the ground, the knees planks if you need to. And send the hips back into downward dog. This is our first downward dog of the day, for some of us at least. So you can pedal the feet, extend one leg and bend the other deeply, switching from side to side a couple of times. Come to stillness. Maybe wag your tail from side to side. Now inhale, take a look at those hands and step or jump to the front of the mat. Take that half lift. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up overhead, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale to that half lift. Exhale, step or jump back into your plank position. Lower all the way down. You can hover and chaturanga if you like to. But then release the body, release the belly. Take the soles and the tops of the feet to the mat, And this time I really want you to pick the foot up off of the ground. And then the other one. Feel the flesh of your thighs stretching and lengthening in contact with the mat. Inhale, lift that chin, lift that chest. Exhale, Feel those hands and wrists nice and light on the mat. Empty the belly of air. Now inhale, look up, and maybe you can take your hands a little further in front, so just a couple of centimetres forward. And exhale, push into those hands to peel more of the torso off of the ground. Lift the chin so that you're looking up at the sky. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Tuck the toes and inhale up into your plank, whatever option for you today. Exhale back into that downward dog. You can readjust the feet if you need to, pick them up and put them back down a couple of times so they're hip width apart. Bend the knees deeply, send that belly to the top of the thighs. And then exhale, extend those hamstrings to the back of the mat. We're in no hurry to take our heels down to the ground. Instead, focus on those shoulders drawing away from the ears. Inhale, look at those hands and step or jump to the front of your mat. Feet come to meet those hands. Take that half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We can vinyasa through this sun salutation a couple more times, throwing in a few more back bends as we go. So inhale, reach the hands up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to that half lift. And exhale, step or jump back to your plank. Lower all the way down. Elbows come to the sides of the body for your chaturanga today. Release the belly, release the legs. Now we can inhale back to where we were in that last cobra. Exhale, maybe you can extend through the arms a little more. Perhaps even the feet and the shins push into the mat so that the thighs are lifting off the ground. Look up to the sky. Feel the wrists. If you feel like you're dumping too much weight into them, you can take more of your body down to the mat. Maybe even claw the fingertips into the mat. Exhale, release. Put that body gently back down on the ground. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, push up into your plank. Exhale, back into your downward dog. Inhale, take right foot up, float it into the sky. Exhale, bend the legs, spin the hips open to the side like you're a dog cocking its leg. Twiddle the feet, draw a circle with that toe. Waking up those ankle joints a little more. Inhale, square the hips so they're parallel with the mat. Draw the knee in towards the nose. Exhale that foot back up in the sky. Inhale, draw it in towards the nose. Exhale that foot back up into the sky. Inhale, draw it in towards the nose. Exhale that foot back up into the sky. Place it down on the mat. This time we're going to take our knees down to the mat as well. Yogi's choice if you want to keep the toes tucked or release tops of the feet to the mat. We're going to keep our hips stacked right over our knees. Take our forearms down to the mat for puppy pose. So we're going to feel that anterior flex in the lower spine, so that means our bum's sticking up in the air. Maybe you can walk the hands a little further away from your face as your heart melts down into the ground. Head can rest on the mat if it reaches. Take some breaths here. Feel the spine. Feel the energy flowing from lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Feel the space you're creating in those shoulders. Walk the hands back towards the body. Place them under the shoulders. Fingers spread, palms push down into the mat. Tuck the toes, push back up into that plank position. Send the bum back into that downward dog. Hips are high. You can keep that bend in the knee if you need to. Inhale, look at those hands. Walk or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, take a really nice forward fold here. So you can keep the torso draping over the legs as you extend those hamstrings again. Maybe take a hold of opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Maybe even take peace fingers around big toes. Bend the elbows out to the side. And exhale, draw crown of the head towards the ground. Feel the weight shifting from the heels, so you're putting a little more weight in the front of the foot and the toes. This might help you to lever a little further forward in your fold. Release the hands, take them to the hips, and inhale slowly back up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. Head is last to come up. Just take a moment to reorientate yourself in this standing posture. So make sure that feet are hip width apart. And then inhale, right hand up into the sky. Exhale, send those hips over to the right for our half moon pose. Left arm slides down the side of the left thigh. Draw the belly in towards the navel. Firm up those legs. Really feel this stretch in the side of the body and the strength drawing up through the feet, through the quad muscles, through the core. Inhale, come back to standing, keep that arm raised. Pick up left foot, grab it with left hand and push it into left butt cheek. Now just take a little quad stretch here. Really feel that hip flexor opening on that bent leg. Then inhale, reach through the hand. Exhale, float that back foot up into the sky. Press it into left hand. We're keeping our hips and our shoulders shining forward like a headlamp for this variation of the dancer's pose. So we're not spinning the chest and the hips open like this today. We're keeping everything facing forward. Really feeling that anterior flex in the lower spine. Now steady and with care. Take that raised hand to the back of the head. Inhale, expand that chest again. Exhale, empty the belly of air, float that foot a little higher. Release the hands, keep that foot lifted. You can take hands to hips and very slowly bring that knee through and in front of you. Interlace fingers over the shins, hug that knee towards the body. Exhale, empty the belly of air and curl that nose towards the knee. And release everything back down to the mat. Give that standing foot a little shake. And we'll take the other side. So left arm reaches up into the upper sky this time. Inhale. Exhale, send those hips over to the left. Reaching through the side of the body. Slide right hand down the side of right thigh. Firm up those legs. Firm up those feet. You can even gaze past the bicep. Back bends are really reliant on our core strength. You've got to have your own back. So really feel those abdomen muscles, those deep core muscles waking up in this pose. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Keep that arm lifted. Pick right foot up this time. Grab it with right leg. Draw the foot towards the buttock for a nice quad stretch. Feel the hip flexor opening. Active all the way through that raised arm, right through the fingertips. Exhale, float that bent foot up into the sky. Push it into the hand. Back of the foot comes into the hand. Keep a steady gaze at that speck on the floor if you're losing your balance. Keep that steady breath. Release the hand to the back of the head. Inhale, open up that chest a little wider. Exhale, float that foot up a little higher. Dancer's pose variation 2. Release the hands, keep the foot lifted. Very slowly draw it through the body, out in front. Interlace hands over the shins. Draw the knee in towards the body. A little hug here. Exhale, bow the head down towards the knee. Steady. Inhale back to standing. And exhale, release. Give that standing foot a little shake. We're going to come into our wide-legged posture. So orientate yourself so that you are looking at the long side of your mat and you can still see your device. Take feet to 4.5 to 5 feet wide. And to measure, you can outstretch the hands to shoulder height. Make sure feet are below the wrists. Turn the toes in just a centimetre each side. Release the hands down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, send that chest forward. Hands are going to float up above. Prasarita variation 3. Really ground those feet down into the mat. Really draw those shoulder blades close to each other. So when we're back bending, the counter to that is the front of our body has to really open up. So by virtue of back bending, we really open up and broaden our chest and collarbones. Exhale, release those hands down to the shins or biggest fingers around big toe again. Maybe the ankles is halfway point. Inhale to that nice flat back, push on wherever you're holding. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way back down. You can take those elbows out to the side. Really bend the arms, draw on whatever you're hanging on to, so that you can just lever that torso down towards the ground. Shift the weight into the front of the feet and the toes. Fantastic. Prasaritas here. So this is Prasarita 2. We're going to finish this forward fold in Prasarita 1. So take the hands to the ground. If they don't reach easily, you can have them out in front, piano the fingers, maybe even bend the knees a little to get there. If you bend deeply in this pose, palms are touching the ground, and you're walking the hands in line with the feet. Elbows bend back through the legs, crown of the head drawing towards the mat. Inhale those hands to the hips, bend the knees a little more, push through the feet, come all the way up to standing. Going to move into our warrior 1 pose, so we're going to begin with our right foot forward. The left foot is going to have to step in a little way and turn at a 45-degree angle so that we can turn our hips, turn our shoulders, turn our face so it's pointing the same direction as that right foot. Think about the feet maybe being on a train tracks rather than on one single line. This is going to give you a little bit of balance in the pose. Those tracks are pretty close together, hip width apart at max. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Palms are facing each other but not touching yet. Chin is level. Look at that big toe. You should still be able to see it just peeking out from your knee. Exhale, sink that groin down towards the earth. Ground that back foot into the mat. Virabhadrasana 1. Slight little activation in the lower spine here. We're going to increase that now. So pick that back heel off the floor so that you're on the ball of your foot. Take the palms so that they are touching. Look up at those hands in prayer position above your head, saluting your practice. On exhale, we're going to slowly descend by bending our back knee into a deeper lunge till it comes in contact with the mat. slowly and smoothly down to the ground. Inhale, you can send those hips a little further forward and lift the chin. Maybe draw a tiny line on the ceiling with those fingertips. The crescent lunge pose. Exhale, release the hands. Take that interlace behind the back again. Squeeze those shoulders together. Draw that fist right down past your bum. Look up. And exhale, fold forward. So the side of the body is going to come close to that bent thigh. If you're feeling strong today, you can inhale, pick that back off the floor, extend through the thigh for humble warrior. Bowing down to your practice. Very good. Take a few deep breaths here. Exhale, hollow out that belly. Try not to collapse onto that front thigh. Release the hands. Frame that foot. Take yourself back into a high plank position. Options here. You can take the knees and do some cat-cow poses. So we drop the belly around the spine. If you want to challenge yourself today, you can remain in your plank pose. Take your right hand and right leg, spin them over, come into this reverse plank. So hands are pointing same direction as feet, belly and face are looking up at the ceiling. You might need to keep soles of the feet on the ground. Maybe you can outstretch the legs and send those hips up to the ceiling. Keep that action of drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Look up at the sky. Try not to crunch the neck down. Keep that neck nice and long. You can still look to the back of the room if you're bending deeply. With care now, we're going to come back into that tabletop position. So you might need to walk the feet back towards the body a little. And we're going to send that hand and that foot, that side of the body, all the way back over. Step back into our high plank. You can either take a child's pose, or on an exhale, lower all the way down. And then we're going to vinyasa through. So inhale into that up dog, tuck the toes, exhale back into our down dog. Step that right foot back in line with the hands. And inhale all the way back to our warrior one. Wherever you are, you're going to meet us in this warrior one pose. Inhale, reach through those hands one more time. Exhale, open out. Come back into that wide-legged posture. And now you're either going to pivot or you're going to have to reorientate yourself on the mat because we're going to do the other side. So left foot is going to be our front foot this time. You're going to step that right foot in. Think about those train tracks. Take that right foot so it's at a 45-degree angle. Spin the chest, the hips, the shoulders so they shine straight line out the same direction as that left foot. Inhale the hands up. Palms are facing each other but not touching yet. Check big toe. Exhale, send that groin down to the earth. It might be that you need to keep right heel off of the ground. If you have the strength and flexibility in your right foot, in your right leg, you can ground the little toe into the mat. Just keep those hips really shining forward. Draw left thigh into left hip socket. Draw it back. Inhale, look up at the hands. Bring the palms to touch if your shoulders allow you to. And exhale, slowly descend to the mat. Bring that back knee slowly into that lunge, making connection with the ground. Inhale, look up at those hands. Exhale, send the hips forward. Maybe draw a little line on the ceiling for a back bend. Crescent lunge pose. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace fingers. Draw the shoulder blades back and down towards each other. And fold forward over that front leg. If you're feeling strong today, you can pick back knee off of the ground into this humble warrior pose, bowing down to our practice. Really push through that back heel. Lift that back hamstring up to the sky. Exhale, release the hands. Frame that foot. Step back into that plank pose. Option here if you're feeling tired, take some cat-cow rounds. Or if you're feeling strong, you can take right hand and right foot, come from this plank position all the way into this reverse plank position. So you're going to have to flip the body over. Hands point in the same direction as the feet. Maybe you stay with soles of the feet on the mat, knees bent. Send those hips up. Maybe you extend the legs. Really drive through those hips. Look up at the ceiling. Maybe look behind you. For reverse plank. Fantastic. Feel that chest opening as those hips send up to the sky. Saluting and bowing to your practice with these back bends. Come all the way back to that tabletop position. Instead of vinyasa this time, we're going to have another go at that puppy pose. Now we're warm. So drop the knees down to the mat. Yogi's choice with the foot position as before. Hips stacking over the knees. Knees are hip width apart. Keep those hips and knees in line as you walk the arms away. Resting the forearms on the ground. So your head and chest can melt a little deeper now that we've warmed up that spine. Take a few more breaths here. And walk the hands back towards the body. You can send the bum back down to the feet. Take the forehead to the mat, close to the knees, and place the backs of the hands either side of the feet. So you're almost tickling the sides of your feet. Take a nice rounded back. Let the shoulders drape forward in embryo pose. Let that breath settle through your strong grounding postures. Is that Ujjayi breath still audible for you today? Maybe here in this embryo pose you can reconnect with Ujjayi breath. That ha and sa sound. Place the hands under the shoulders. Push your body back up into an upright position. Some of you, where we've done one side and the other on those warriors, might need to flip back round so that you can see your device. When we're ready, we're all going to take ourselves into a lying down position on our belly. We're going to release the tops of the thighs and the tops of the feet down to the mat. And we're going to take our hands down by the sides of the body. And just exhale, let the heels flop out to the sides of the mat, to the corners. Let the shoulders just drape down, melting into the mat. And just let the spine be neutral in this kind of lying on our belly position. Now interlace the hands behind the back, just over the bum. Squeeze the fists together. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift those hands up off of the body. Exhale, Zip up your feet, your heels, your thighs and your glute muscles so they're all in contact. Float them off the ground for locust pose. Inhale, draw those shoulders down, lift the chin. Exhale, float those thighs up a little higher. Zip right up through the core of the body. Exhale, release all the way down to the mat. You can take right cheek to rest on the ground. Bring the chin back to centre. This time, keep the hands down by the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the feet and catch a hold of the ankles or the tops of the feet with the hands. Inhale, lift that torso, peeling off the ground a little deeper, shoulders really drawing close to each other. Exhale, float those feet up into the sky for floor bow. Remember about honouring your practice. Check in with your back. If it feels uncomfortable, put more of your thighs and more of your chest on the ground. Inhale, lengthening through the crown, looking up. Exhale, float those feet a little higher. And with care, release everything back down to the mat. Now we're going to take that pose twice more. But we're going to take an option to flip the grip, like we did in our King Tiger practice. So if you've got your scarf to hand and you feel that you are ready and happy to do a deeper back bend, roll on to your left hand side. Grab hold of your strap with your right hand. Put the loop of the strap, or if you've got your scarf, just loop it over right foot. What you're going to do is, you're going to take that strap down the back of the body. You're going to take your bicep close to your ear. Your elbow is going to point in the same direction as the crown of your head. So just to show you what it's going to look like, I'll just flip over. So you're lying on your side, your knees are bent, your elbow is bent, the bicep is by the ear, and you've got that strap running all the way down the back of the body. Once you're in that position, keep the hand and the foot where they are, roll back onto your belly. You might need to readjust your strap if you haven't got a deep enough loop. So you've got the strap in your right hand, it's around the right foot. Your tricep is kind of resting on the mat, the elbow is pointing forward, you're on your belly. Your left hand can come out in front of you or just place under the shoulder. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift that elbow off the ground, the hand with the strap comes up. Exhale, bend the foot, the leg that's got the strap around it. So you're just doing half side of a bow. Now, exhale again, reach that loose hand that's not in the strap for the leg that's not in the strap. So now you're in a full bow, but you've got a flipped grip on one hand. Breathe deeply, honour your practice. Try and make as big a circle with that strap as you can. Bring your hand up and your foot up as high as you can. And exhale, release all the way down onto the mat. Roll onto your back. Hug knees like a ball. You might need to shuffle your way back onto the mat if you've rolled off a bit. And then we're going to take the other side. So you're going to roll onto your right side this time. Take a hold of the strap in your left hand. Loop it around left foot. Send it down the back of the body. Left bicep is by left ear. Elbow is pointing same direction as crown of the head. When you've got your strap orientated, roll over onto your belly. Maybe you need to make some adjustments to keep the tension in that strap. Once you're ready, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift that elbow off the ground. Exhale, float that foot into the sky for a half bow. Really big circle with these limbs and this strap. Inhale, reach back with the free hand. Catch a hold of the ankle of the foot of the free leg. And exhale, float both feet off of the ground. Flipped grip with one side of the body, still a full floor bow. Let me take a look. These are looking incredible, guys. Got nice warm lower backs. So the bigger the circle you can make with that strap and that limb, the deeper the bend in your back. And exhale, release all the way down. Roll back onto your side. Hug the knees in. You can even lift the head and lift the chin. Just give your knees a little kiss and say, well done for doing that peak pose today. Exhale, release everything down onto the mat. We're going to start slowing things down now. And we're going to take a really nice, easy inversion today. So we're going to maybe just do legs floating up, if that feels like it's enough, and you want to keep your bum and your lower back on the mat. Or if this feels like you want to just get a little more curl in that lower spine, you can draw the knees in towards the chest, feet will come overhead slightly, push the elbows into the ground, and just place your palms on your lower spine, on your sacrum. Keep the head level, chin tucks in towards the chest. Just a really easy, not even a half shoulder stand, almost like a quarter shoulder stand. So just the lower quarter of your back is peeled off the ground, just supporting it with your hands. Get all that circulation out of the feet. These inversions are really good for the lymphatic system. Just drains everything away. And very carefully, you're going to release everything back down to the mat. You might need to just engage the core so that you can put the brakes on as you take one vertebrae after the other back in contact with the ground. Take soles of the feet to the mat. Have a bend in the knees. And maybe just do a couple of windscreen wipers. So take knees over to the left, then the right. Taking a little gentle twist back into those lower back muscles. Letting the pelvis settle back down. Come to stillness. Hug the knees back in towards the body. And then we're going to send them over to the left hand side for a little supine twist. You can outstretch the arms if space permits, or just take a right angle like a cactus. Face is going to look in the opposite direction of the knees if that feels okay on your neck. Go slowly. If it's feeling difficult to get those knees resting on the ground, you can open up the bend in the knees a bit, so don't be quite so bent in the knees. And everything should just let gravity take control. Inhale, come back to center, so those knees come back over the body. Send left thigh under and right thigh over, crossing the legs at the thighs. Feet are kind of sticking out to the side. Grab a hold of the shins and just draw those thighs in close to the chest. We're going to feel a really deep stretch in your right glute, maybe even the lower quarter of the right side of your back. Tuck the chin in for lengthening the neck. Release the hands, take the knees back in for a moment, and then send them over to the other side. So we're going to repeat that twist on the other side. Head is going to turn opposite direction from the knees if that feels okay. Keep those arms cactused or outspread, backs of the hands resting on the mat. Keep the shoulder blades melting into the ground. Adjust those legs or those knees so you can feel that that side of the body is really resting on the mat completely. Inhale back to center with those knees. This time right thigh comes under, left thigh comes over, crossing at the thighs. Take a hold of the shins, draw those legs in towards the body. Deep stretch in those glute muscles on the left hand side. Really pushing the sacrum into the ground. Sacrum's a little lower bit at the back, just above the bum. Release the hands and cross the thighs. I'm going to take the feet so that they're touching, soles of the feet touch. Knees are going to flop out to the side from a reclined bound angle pose. You can adjust how close the feet are to your groin. That might help a little bit. Just try and make sure that you've got as much of that lower back as possible resting on the mat. And if it feels nice for you, you can even take the backs of the hands overhead, rest them on the ground behind you. You can cradle the back of the head with your hands if you like a really big, deep chest opening. Make sure you feel that the whole of that back, as best you can, is supported under the mat. It's normal to have a little bit of curvature in the spine and a little bit of hollowing of the lower back, but just try and adjust this pose so that you feel really supported in your spine. You can feel those knees opening out to the side. Feel that chest opening up. We're going to finish off in our Savasana. So you can release the hands down to the side of the body, backs of the hands rest on the mat. You can take the feet out. So it's yogi's choice here. If you want your traditional Savasana, you can take the feet out to the corners of the mat, let the feet flop out to the side. Or a little option to play with here, if you want to kind of really neutralise that lower back, is to keep soles of the feet on the mat, knees are bent, and the knees actually resting on each other, kind of a knock-knee position. There should be absolutely no effort in the Shavasana pose, so only take that option if it's really comfy. And Shavasana is the way that we really honour our bodies and honour our practice, absorbing all the benefits. So just take a few moments here You can let go of that Ujjayi breath now. Take no effect on your breath. Let it flow naturally. Just take a few moments to rest. Start to bring feeling back to the present moment. Take gentle movement in your hands and feet. Maybe move the tongue around the mouth. Feel the energy in your arms and legs. Inhale really deeply. Take a big full body stretch any way you like. When you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side into the recovery position. Gently, with the eyes still closed, bring yourself up into a seated position in your own time. Take the hands to heart center. Tuck the chin. Blink the eyes open. Namaste, everybody. Thank you.